Gary, our unbeaten run continues. A draw pulled out of the jaws of defeat with 2 goals in added on time at the end of the game. But you didn't see that coming in the 90th minute, did you?
No, I'd have to, I'd always be honest with you, Chris, and I didn't see that we had it in us. I thought we were much better second half. I thought first half there was too many players off colour. It was just, we struggled a little, if I'm being honest, with their expansive style of play. There was a lot of rotation and a lot of movement, and there's no question that they asked questions in the middle to final third. But I think if you look over 95, 96 minutes, I'd like to see the stats, but I'm not convinced Sam Donkin's had a save to make. So there might have been one. We've given up 2 really soft, bad, poor penalties in terms of our contribution. I'm being told one of them was very, very soft, but we just never got going first half. There was a few harsh words shared at half time, and that's happened too often this season, Chris, that we've had to really rally the group and the squad that have struggled to really get up to their levels first half. But second half we kept prodding, we kept pushing, we kept asking questions. I thought the substitutes were really had an impact on the outcome. All of them contributed, which I was really pleased with, because that's what you ask from your bench. They're game changers more than substitutes. And and they played their part in recovering the game. But once you get to 90 minutes and your 2 goals are far, it takes a mammoth effort to gain anything from the game. And I think their bench will be mightily disappointed. I think when you talk about both benches and you talk about substitutes and you talk about seeing games out or recovering games, I think they'll be overly disappointed with theirs, where we're overly pleased with ours.
How important do you think that goal could be at the end of the season? I mean, it's gained us a valuable point, and we're still within touching distance, although we've just slipped down a place on goal difference.
Yeah, look, it'll play its part in in helping the season, going forward. I just said that in the changing room. I think when you recover a game in injury time, or you win a game in injury time, it instills a whole lot of belief in the squad and the change room that you're capable of doing that. If that doesn't happen soon enough, you can get into the latter stages of the game, and if you haven't achieved that comeback or that winning goal, it's the belief's maybe not there. So the belief from that will be beneficial to us, and who knows how valuable the point is. I mean, they're a very young side, and they play a very expansive style of football. I think we highlighted their weaknesses, and I think most teams have over the course of this season, but they've been able to overcome that. They do play an exciting, attractive brand of football, but it needs to be effective as well. You need to be able to defend, and you definitely need to be able to see games out. But credit to them, because they made it difficult for us first half. But I do believe second half performance was very much more like us, even if we lacked that little cutting edge at times.
I mean, it was a tough game at times in very tricky conditions, obviously tiring for the players too. Will that affect Tuesday's team for the League Cup and give you a chance to rest key players before visit to the Champions next weekend?
Well, I mean, look, I've just said to you, the subs that played and come on today made a big difference to the outcome of the result, and that's what you asked. All of them substitutes that come on today, there's no question they'll play on Tuesday night, because we need to get them up and running. But all of them 5 substitutes have played themselves into contention for next week, because as I've just said to you, too many times our first half performance has been wanting, and we've found ourselves 2 down today, and we've really had to show real powers of recovery. So team Tuesday night, I think knowing that it's it's lower down in the priorities, yes, of course there'll be changes, but I don't go into any game not to win it, and we'll be relatively strong, and we'll be looking to keep up momentum. I think, like you just said, we're now 16 games unbeaten in the league, Chris, if you look at the 6 straight wins at the end of last year, which is credit to the players that were here last year and that are still with us this year, but also the ones that was added in the summer. We are still, and I still stand by it, I don't care what management team you've got or what you do on the training field, there is a period of bedding in. Players need to get familiar with our emotion and our desire on the bench of for us to be a good side. I think we get a little bit noisy at times, and the players look over and they've got to get used to us, and we've got to get used to them. So we are still a work in progress, but Tuesday night will be an opportunity for some, but it'll also be a competition that we will try and progress in.